What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. You're joined by me, Owen, after the match at the London Stadium between Newcastle and West Ham. West Ham trying very hard towards the end to close the gap between Newcastle after taking a 3-goal lead. And yeah, in the end we pulled through and we got the result we needed. Cracking result, exactly what we needed. Second away win of the season. And it's exactly just what we need to come on and push forward. And going into Bournemouth next week, an easier team to beat than the likes of what we've played. I know we played Manchester United and beat them and whatnot, but this will give us the world of good and confidence. And I feel like we can really push on from here. Some really good performances today from a lot of players on the field. Yes, we did concede 2, but I still don't feel like we played bad in those last 10 minutes. It's just a lot of pressure we had to deal with, and yeah, it's just most of the time when a team applies pressure, they'll get a goal or 2 or whatnot. So we did try incredibly hard today, and it came through in the end. Miguel Almiron and saint-Maximin, yes, they had a few chances, they didn't score, but a brilliant performance from both of those two. So what I'm asking you guys to do is send in your questions, please, about the match and about what you think we could be moving on to doing, and just about Newcastle in general, how we could push on from here, etc, etc. So yeah, I mean, the goal scorers today, Kieran Clark, Federico Fernandez and John Joe Shelby. Each and every one of those goals from a set piece. Is that a strong point we now have in our team? You do start to wonder whether it is a strong point that we could be potentially looking at, because we're lacking goals, and now other players rather than our forwards start to score goals. Yes, we need our forwards to start firing, but John Joe Shelby with his second of the season, Federico Fernandez and Kieran Clark, but both centre halves, both chipping in, doing their job. I mean, the first one was a free kick, whipped into the box, headed back across goal, and yeah, Kieran Clark's there to nod it in. Second one was a corner, keeper comes out, Fernandez over the top of the keeper, and the last one, John Joe Shelby, a beautiful free kick. We know he's got it in him, and that's the most goals he's ever scored for Newcastle in a Premier League season. That's a fun fact for you. Rob will like that one. So some questions that have come in for me. Do you think Joe Linton missed an opportunity to really shine today? Possibly. However, if you look at West Ham centre halves, they have Balbuena and Diop. Yes, they weren't on top form today, but they're very strong physically and give Joe Linton a really good run for his money. I still feel like Joe Linton is better paired up with someone compared to being up top on his own. And yeah, he did well today, don't get me wrong. He created a bit and whatnot. He just needs to have that little shine to finish the game off and to finish his chances off, etc, etc. Another question I was asked was, oh no, actually someone said we need to change Joe Linton. I mean, that's touching on sort of what I've just said. We don't need to change him, I don't think. Stick with him. We spent £40 million on him. It's not just like we can just sell him for the same amount now, because he hasn't been firing on all cylinders. But yeah, it's unfortunate that he's not on top form, but we don't need to change him, in my personal opinion anyway. Should have been 6-3, completely agree. Almiron and saint-Maximin missed big chances. Almiron, I thought he was pretty good today though. Watching the match, he was bright, always looking to run forward, got us into some really dangerous positions. And the one that hurt the most for me, Carroll, squaring it across to him, he just didn't shoot. There's another one where saint-Maximin had a shot, came back to him, squared it, and he's unlucky not to score there as well. Saint-Maximin as well, 2 one-on-ones and a long shot, or a powerful shot, either or, and didn't score. But these players, they need time to adapt. Almiron, obviously, he's had nearly a year now to adapt, so you start to ask questions. But saint-Maximin, definitely definitely looking bright, and I feel like once he's sort of adapted to the Premier League a little bit more, he'll be firing on all cylinders and bagging the goals each week or every other game, etc., for us, and could become a real crucial player in our setup. Brain says, I'm high on life, as am I, mate, as am I. Do you think Steve Bruce is doing a good job for Newcastle at the moment? I mean, I don't really put a down on today's win, but I still don't think he's the right man. At the start of the season, I was saying give him more time. Now I'm saying maybe he's not the right person to take us forward. But we have to stick with what we've got. Mike Ashley won't get rid of him because of the money we paid to get him out from Sheffield Wednesday. And I can't see... There's other managers out there, but I can't see Mike Ashley picking those types of managers if we do get rid of Bruce. But 3 wins, it's not that bad. You know, it hasn't been a terrible start to the season. We've still got more points than this time last season. It's playing considerably worse football, but I think it's just going to be one of those things we have to put up with this season. I mean, it could still pick up from here. We could beat Bournemouth and go on a winning streak, whatever. Yeah, I think I still don't think he's the right man for the job, but he's doing an all right job so far. Peter says, as a West Ham fan, you thoroughly deserve that win. Thank you very much, Peter. It's much appreciated. George, have you seen the video of a guy approaching Mike Ashley in London? Yes, I have. You know, it was an interesting one. I don't think it really has affected Mike Ashley, but that's for another video, I think. Do you think the fake takeover was a PR stunt to take heat off Mike Ashley? I don't think this fake takeover is anything to really talk about this time, personally, because I mean the Kenyan one a while back, and not the Kenyan one, the Arab one a while back now. That sort of felt like there was some solidarity to it, but this time it's just I just see the Chronicle articles on Twitter. I'm just like, can't be asked to read that. I love the freedom of the movement, says Joe. With me and ASM, they need to play that tight to the 9 and work their way forward. Went way forward and wide. What did you think of the movement and midfield today, Joe? That's a very good question. I thought, as I said earlier, ASM and Miggy were incredible going forward today. There needs to be some end product in there, but it comes in due course. The midfield, I mean, Hayden and Shelby. When I saw Shelby in that lineup, I was like, would I prefer Longstaff? Would I prefer Shelby? And by Longstaff, I mean Matty Longstaff, because obviously Sean's suspended. No, I think Shelby did a beautiful job today. I think we're starting to see the top Shelby again that we know he can be, but it maybe isn't always. But, you know, incredible stuff from the midfield today. Hayden doing what he does best, just sliding for challenges. You know, it's good to have him back. I think it was much needed rotation. Maybe Sean Longstaff, maybe a little bit of time. Maybe he just needs a little bit more time off. Because he did have the injury in the summer. He just hasn't looked 100% since then. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Lovely trim. Thank you very much, buddy. Shelby and Hayden are stronger than Longstaff's, but front 3 buzzing, but no goals. Yeah, I guess that is the best way to summarise the front 3. They have a lot of energy, young players. I mean, Owen was the oldest out of the 3 of them, but young players when you look at it, and they do have that ability that you can see. It's annoying because you can see it in there. You can see it like that they have this charismatic attacking influence on the team, but they just don't really have the end product yet. I mean, even Joe Linton, I feel like he doesn't really have the end product, or maybe he's not getting the service. It's another question. But yeah, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. The season's not young anymore, but it's not old. So we're in the middle. Anything can happen still. So yeah. Any other questions, guys? Keep sending them in, please. What else is there? Over the moon, get in, says King Cooper. Yep, as am I, mate, as am I. Should we try a 5-3-2 with Joelinton and Carroll up top? I mean, there's not. If you try a 5-3-2, it means dropping saint-maximin, who's probably our best attacking player, and dropping Almiron, who maybe deserves to be dropped, but I mean, I think we should keep persisting until he gets that goal or assist. Because remember, it's not all about goals; it's about creativity as well. Because he is an attacking midfielder. But yeah, Joelinton and Carroll. It's not very mobile. It's not very mobile front two. I think what we'd be doing is just getting the wing backs up the field and whipping crosses in. Which, if you want to see that, if you want to see Burnley-esque football, yeah, go ahead. But I'm not too keen on that. I'd like to see us score some beautiful goals. And then it's a case of who do you play in midfield. 3-man midfields, I do prefer them because there's more to get through before they get through to defence. But it causes less imbalance, but it wouldn't help our attack, I feel. Do you think Cher will get his place back? That is a good question. I didn't think of that. Until today, here's another stat. Rob, watch out. I'm coming for your stats, mate. Fabian Cher, every time he's not been in the team, Newcastle haven't won. So that's draws and losses. Today is the first time that we have won a game without Fabian Cher in the team. Bet you didn't know that. But yeah, Cher getting his place back. Federico Fernandez was good against Wolves, was brilliant today. He scored and had a good game at the back. And then you look at Kieran Clark as well. Kieran Clark, he's doing a good job. And you have to ask questions about Cher and Dummett. I mean, Cher is definitely still our best centre half, but it'll be harsh to drop one of those two because of their good form at the moment. But you know, as soon as you see a shakiness in that form, maybe you need to change your back again, or maybe should make it clear to them that they are just backups, and then Cher does start. I think Cher would be a decent right wing back or left wing back. Now, I was saying this to someone the other day. Cher's balls into the box and balls up the field, etc., are pretty good, and he's pretty pacey. He can get through a team. So maybe as a right back, maybe not a right wing back, but if we ever did change to a 4, a right back would be suited to Cher maybe. But at the same time, he's a very strong central defender. I would understand if he was weak at defending, because obviously you don't need the best defender to be a full-back. But yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. It's something to consider maybe. What else is there? I think Almiron should play attacking mid and Joelinton and ASM as strikers. Now that is another option. If you play a 5-3-2, 5-2-1-2 with 2 base midfielders, so the Longstaffs or a Longstaff and Hayden or Shelby and Hayden, you can have them as the 2, then Almiron just in front of them as a pivot, and then Joelinton and ASM up top with the back 5 of your choice. I think that would work, but then there's not the width, but you could probably sort that out with getting ASM and Miggy to go wide when they need to. What else is there? The last 30 minutes of that game, we were shaky. That's from Luke. I do agree, but we came through with the win in the end. I don't think we were bad, but we did look a bit... I think it's just nerves, personally. They're all human beings. They all have nerves, so I think it's just one of those things we're going to have to let go. Oh, I need to just drop my fucking glass of water. Cher would be a good CDM. Yeah, I agree. Maybe that's a thing, but his tackle, he gets too many yellow cards, I feel like, to be a centre midfielder, and he'd be making a lot more tackles if he was in midfield. So he'd be suspended half the time he's in there. Next season, would Freddie be our number 1? I don't think so. I think if we can keep Freddie around till maybe Dubravka is on a descent or whatnot, or if he gets injured, I think that'll be Freddie's chance to step up. But I do fear of losing him. He's a top quality keeper, but I do feel like we're going to lose him, and maybe start looking at other backup options for goalkeepers. The Saint is a magic man, a bag of hat tricks, a bag of tricks, or what? Better than Ben Arthur? Definitely better than Ben Arthur. I feel like Ben Arthur had attitude issues and was inconsistent. But if ASM could start scoring the goals, yeah. Would you play the same team against Bournemouth? Depending on whether Cher's back, because personally I'd add Cher straight back into the lineup for probably Kieran Clark. Or Lejeune may even be back from injury, so you might chuck him straight in there and have Lascelles, Lejeune and Cher, but because I think that's our best defence. And depending whether Cher's back or not, I would definitely keep the same team. Although I would like to see maybe Gale chucked in there somewhere, maybe take Almiron off, put Gale on the left wing, because he did play there a couple of times for West Brom in the Championship. What else is there? Would you invest in January? Definitely 100%, mate. Maybe another backup striker would do. Another winger. I mean, maybe another right back. It's a tough one. Let's have a look. I'm an American. I want to see Yedlin play, but I think Williams and Ritchie should be our wide wing backs. I mean, wide wing backs. First of all, that's not a thing, buddy. But wing backs, yeah. Yeah. The thing is though, Ritchie's left-footed, Williams is left-footed, so you have to play one or the other. Yedlin can keep his spot. As far as I'm aware, Yedlin has been in the best form he's been in since he's been at Newcastle since he's come back into the team. So I'd keep him in there. Which players would you list in January? By list, mate, what do you mean? Transfer list or bring in, like list to bring in? That question's not very clear. Average Rondon or informed Joe Linton? I think I'd probably pick the informed Joe Linton, because Joe Linton's got the years on Rondon, and average Rondon, you're probably talking about 6 goals a season. So there we go. Here, what do you think of Papi Cisse? I'm guessing this is a question regarding the transfer link we had with him the other day. It got shut down, the transfer link, so I mean, it's not going to happen. There's been people to tell us that it won't happen. But I would personally, at this moment, I would take him back. Just give us a little bit of extra depth in forward positions. Plus, just get the band back together while we're at it. Bring Joey Barton, get him off as Fleetwood manager, just whack him in the midfield, you know. List to sell. Okay. List to sell. I mean, I don't want to be harsh on any players here, because there are some really good players in our squad. But if we're talking about game time, etc., I'll probably look at Key to bring in another midfielder. You're probably looking at definitely getting Jack Cole back off the books. Henri Saivet as well. These players, they need to be gotten off the books. There's no first teamers that I would just go, yeah, that's it, get out at this point in time, because I feel like the group of lads we've got, they're strong-minded, etc., etc. A couple more questions, guys, and then I will we'll end the live stream. When's the match review coming out? So videos will be coming out later tonight. I know Lee and Kyle are at the match today, along with Isha, and yeah, just keep an eye out for the videos, because they will come at any random time. Would you bring back Daryl Janmaat? Personally, no. But if you're looking at a defensive fullback, I'd say Janmaat is a better option than Yedlin. But again, Yedlin's been better than Janmaat this season, so it's a really confusing one. We should get Ryan Fraser from Bournemouth, he would be good for us. I saw the links in the summer with Ryan Fraser. Thing is, he'll cost a lot of money. I know he's not been on top form this season. Maybe that's another reason we shouldn't buy him. He's a bit of a hit and miss player. Last season he was incredible, but this is a different season now, and he doesn't look particularly great. Aston Villa want Ritchie. I mean, that's a tough one. I probably would keep Ritchie in the squad. He's a good player to have in the squad, but the age is, you want to start getting rid of older players sooner, because then they'll not be worth as much. Do you think we'll stay up? Yeah, I think we'll stay up, buddy. Hopefully we stay up, but I think we do have the strength to stay up. Even if it means changing our manager. Um, yeah, I'd love to see us stay up. I think staying up this time will be so much more sweet considering what we've had to put up with. Ryan Fraser's contract is running out at the end of the season. Actually, yeah, that's another thing because he turned down a contract, I think, because he thought he was getting moved to Arsenal in the summer. I heard something about that. But if that is the case, then maybe getting for a budget price in January, possibly. I think probably Newcastle will be a step up for him as well, considering Bournemouth only have 10,000 seats in their stadium and are just a tin pot club overall. I think Dubravka wouldn't be here by 2025, so that's a long contract and is kind of pointless. But it straps him down. You know, if we were to sell him, he'd be worth a lot more. And he can, when say Freddie Woodman does come back, he can teach Freddie Woodman a lot because obviously he'd be an older goalkeeper and would have been through the game. How many goals do you reckon Joe Linton will get this season? I want to say around the 10 mark, maybe 15, but he has to start whacking them in soon, I think. I think that's how many I'd like to see, but realistically I think we're probably looking at about 7 or 8 goals, which isn't bad for a first season, but we need our number 9 to be stepping up, I think. Last couple of questions, guys. Shelby shot though, yeah, brilliant. Let's bring back Ben Arthur, play party football. He's gone to Fiorentina, mate, so it's going to be quite hard. Okay, last 2 questions. Hold on a minute, guys, slow down. I don't rate Almiron at the moment. Horrifying in front of goal. I touched upon this earlier. It'll click eventually, as it does with every footballer. The club that you hate the most in the Premier League, Aston Villa. Closely followed by Bournemouth, I'd say. Even though Bournemouth never done anything wrong to us, I just hate their fans. So Bruce is doing better than Rafa. Let's just leave it on that, guys. Right. Thanks so much, guys, for watching the stream. It's been a good one today. I hope you guys have a good evening. Enjoy the win. Get a few drinks down you. Just enjoy your night, guys. Cheers. Bye bye.